Urgent, Steelers fan! Look at what just happened. Nobody saw this coming, huh? But first, make sure to subscribe to the channel because we bring you daily videos with the latest your team news, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Aaron Rodgers prefers to sign with this team, and it's not the Pittsburgh Steelers. Aaron Rodgers continues playing the waiting game because neither the Pittsburgh Steelers nor the New York Giants are his preferred team. Instead, that would be the Minnesota Vikings, who are still mulling if they will extend an offer to Rodgers. The Vikings have J.J. McCarthy, their first-round pick last year, but a torn meniscus has left McCarthy a complete question mark. As a result, the Vikings are now deciding if they should pursue Rodgers to maximize their Super Bowl window, according to The Athletic. Rodgers is hoping to sign with the Vikings, who went 143 in 2024 before suffering a first-round playoff defeat to the Los Angeles Rams, the outlet reports. Deanna Rossini of The Athletic says Rodgers is waiting to hear back from the Vikings, which has held up the process for everyone else at this point. The Vikings are having discussions about what they want to do at quarterback and if they want Rodgers. Rodgers is giving them time and waiting to hear from Minnesota. The Vikings have yet to make a decision. "We all wait," Rossini said. It is unknown if Rodgers will prioritize the money or a situation he believes will be better for his chances at getting another Super Bowl. All of those things will decide where Rodgers goes, and that is with the Vikings as the favorites if they offer. Pausing this news just to say that if you want YouTube to keep recommending the latest The Black and Gold news to you, it's very important that you leave a like on this video. Thanks. Now let's get back to the news. Russell Wilson is ready to sign. As his QB suitors wait on Aaron Rodgers, per NFL insider Wilson is most strongly linked to the Steelers and the Giants, who are also courting Rodgers, as the New York Giants, Pittsburgh Steelers, and now Minnesota Vikings wait to hear from Aaron. Rodgers, somehow everyone's favorite free agent quarterback at the moment. One signal caller is standing by, pen in hand, waiting for a call. Well, that's probably a dramatic way to describe the state of things, but according to ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, former Steelers quarterback and possible Giants prospect Russell Wilson is ready to sign with either of those two teams, but must wait for Rodgers to make up his mind. Wilson is in a position where he can and is ready to sign somewhere, but he appears to be the backup number 2 option in both Pittsburgh and New York, Fowler reported Friday. So he's got to wait on that Rodgers domino to fall, most likely. Listen to these comments. Starting at 225, Wilson signed a 1-year deal with the Steelers last offseason, but has been vocal and open to the idea of a return in the months since. The Pittsburgh front office, however, hasn't said much about his candidacy, and instead reportedly sent an offer out to Rodgers, who is also courting interest from the Giants and now the Vikings. While he waits, Wilson made a visit to both New York and Cleveland, though Fowler described the latter as more of a getting-to-know-you kind of thing, and less of a hard business transaction. It appears Wilson's future hangs in the balance of Rodgers' decision, who is also said to be considering retirement instead of signing with another club, per The Athletic. It's definitely not an ideal spot for Russ, but he's certainly been in the business long enough to know that sometimes that's just how these deals go down. Steelers draft next Najee. The Pittsburgh Steelers have officially lost running back Najee Harris to the Los Angeles Chargers, ending a 4-year tenure that showcased consistency with a side of missed expectations. The backfield is not barren. The team placed a second-round tender on complimentary back Jaylen Warren, all but ensuring he'll return. His role, however, is less clear. The Steelers signed running back Kenneth Gainwell and could reasonably start Warren with the new signing as a steady backup. After last season's catastrophic run game, the need for new blood should remain a priority. Offensive coordinator Arthur Smith's offense won't work without a strong run game, and it's hard to imagine Pittsburgh finding much success without a rebound on the ground. As such, the Steelers picked Harris' replacement in this 3-round mock draft along with the successor to their biggest free agent signing. The following mock draft was made using Pro Football Network's mock draft simulator. Round 1 picked 21 Texas corner Jody Barron entered Indianapolis with aspirations of playing on the boundary, in the slot, and at safety, after measuring in with arms 29. 625 inches more than a standard deviation shorter than the average. Cornerback, his prospects of beginning his career as a perimeter corner took a hit. Yet, His athleticism and processing, especially from off coverage, could lend itself to playing time across the secondary. For now, though, he's projected to be a slot receiver, the weakest link of Pittsburgh's secondary. The Steelers recently signed cornerback Darius Slay to a one-year, $10 million deal. Barron starting in the slot would be an instant upgrade over Beanie Bishop Jr., who profiles as a strong depth corner and lends itself to long-term upside elsewhere in the secondary, with ball skills, athleticism, and processing that stands out. In the middle of round 1, Barron would be an explosive addition to an aging defense. Round 3, pick 83, Ohio State running back Tre'Veyon Henderson. The 2025 NFL Draft provides no shortage of options in the backfield. Ashton Jeanty isn't likely to fall to number 21, but UNC's Omarion Hampton might. A plethora of backs will fill Day 2 and the early hours of Day 3, a group that should be headlined by Ohio State's pair of prospects. With Quinshon Judkins off the board, his partner in crime makes a lot of sense in Pittsburgh. In 2024, the ground game just couldn't hit the home run, making any inconsistency on a down-to-down basis all the more important. Henderson is a big play threat with elite speed and athleticism. He offers enough contact balance and third down ability to stick as a starter, and if his frame can't handle the workload, Warren's presence elevates the floor of the backfield. The Steelers will have plenty of options, but rolling the dice on a back falling farther than the consensus suggests passes the smell test. And now, Steelers fan, I want to hear from you. What's your opinion on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I don't know if you know this, but your opinion matters a lot. For the black and gold, I'll be back any moment with more Steeler Nation news. Here we go, Steelers! Here we go!